evening, guys, and welcome to Sports Desk. I'm your host, and joining with me, my co-host, Paul on the ball. We are here to cover sports for you this evening, as usual. We have some faces in our studio this evening. They'll tell you who they are. Paul will tell you who they are a little later. And join us a little later. We'll have our basketball guys, the ballers, BBI ballers. We're going to be calling them up, and you guys get a chance to listen to them tell you how things are going over there. So, Paul, how are we doing this evening?
Good evening, Carl. Good evening, viewers. Great to be here. We have some quite wonderful guests. A young lady that I get along very well with, full of sports and full of beans. Dawn Herbert. Did I get it right? Make sure I call it right last name. I can't start to say crap. I get in trouble. And Dawn's going to tell you what capacity she's in here because she has lots of hats. And along with her is Mr. Stephen Payne. And I know he said Stephen Parr in there for a minute. Get the names right. Stephen Payne, of course, very well known in volleyball, so it gives you a hint that we're here to talk volleyball tonight. Stephen, of course, has managed, coached, head referee, has done it all in volleyball. He's put the time in. So good evening, Dawn, and good evening, Steve.
Good evening to you.
Great.
Good to be here.
Good. Sorry. Good. Start with you, Dawn. Tell us a bit about why you're here, and obviously to do with volleyball.
Yes. Pleasant good evening, everyone. I'm Dawn Crab Herbert.
She just had to stick that in there.
I just stick in the crab. Okay. I'm here from Play to Win Sports Store. I'm here to solicit your assistance today in helping to keep you living healthier lives. We're here today to promote beach volleyball, King of the Sand beach volleyball. My coordinator is here with me this evening, Mr. Stephen Payne, who's going to tell you a little bit more about our event. But we're here to let you know that Play to Win Sports Store, we're located in the Chevelle building on the 3rd floor. You can reach us at 494-2071. And we are here to make sure that we can take care of all your sporting needs. We do health, fitness, sporting apparel, recreational stuff, and we're looking forward to being able to serve you more in the public in the future.
Right. Okay. I want to get Steve in, but before I get Steve in, let me do that. Let me just get Steve in a bit. Steve, tell us a bit about your background in sports. First of all, I mean, we in the BVI know you as a volleyballer, but I'm sure maybe you are a great track star from back. Steve is originally Barbadian. Barbados has a great history of sportsmen. They won a gold medal.
Actually, he's a cricket player. That's yes,
Anyway, so less of me and more of Steve. Steve, tell us a bit about your background.
Okay, well, first I must say good night again. I played a lot of sports as a junior coming up. Hockey, field hockey. I played for Barbados on a few occasions. Field hockey. I also played volleyball from age 11. And I played some cricket, Carl. Inter-school cricket, and I played some inter-school soccer.
Okay.
Then I focused more on volleyball after giving up hockey because of an injury. And then I migrated here in 1991, and I've been involved in volleyball since then.
Yes, certainly.
A number of capacities.
Yeah, we have noticed that you've been involved in volleyball, and why the love of volleyball? So I mean, since I've known you, that's all you've done. What has driven you?
Well, he kind of said he had an injury.
Well, I must say that.
You don't get driven by an injury, Carl.
Well, volleyball was the only sport that I could play here. There was no field hockey. Don't mind we had some Bajans here who was involved in the sport when they were back home, but we can play hockey.
Is it as an alternative to either volleyball or hockey?
Precisely.
Yeah, we do have other sports, but you mean volleyball or hockey? Let's clarify that.
Why didn't you introduce field hockey when you came?
Well, I tried. We tried.
Another story. We'll bring you back next week to discuss that. So continue.
Yes, so I've been involved with volleyball. First title on the national team way back in 19-something.
Yes. We don't want to say all that.
And then I got drafted into a coaching position for the female team. And then I eventually became the head coach a couple years after. And I coached the female team for 6 years. And I'm the only coach who brought home an OECS gold medal
Wow.
for the women.
Are you sure about that?
Positive. In volleyball, yes.
Because I remember I was a
Gold medal.
One time.
I like
Yes.
that.
Is that medal when I was training them?
No. That was the year before, Carl.
I got you.
But let's get back. It's great stuff. Thank you, Stephen. Great information there. So you know, he's a person with a great background, great history, and class and quality there. So we like that. Now there is a brand that I'm very interested in. It's called P2W brand. What is the P2W brand? And tell us all about it.
P2W is Play to Win. Play to Win Sports Store. We're bringing out a brand called P2W to enlighten and to take the BVI into the world. It's about time us Caribbean people step up to the plate, and I'm endeavoring to do that. So I'm asking everyone to come out and support the P2W events that will be coming up starting from November. So a number of events we're going to be having, making sure that we get into putting the BVI on the map in all aspects, working with all the associations, working with Olympic Committee and whomever is out there to make sure that the BVI is always known.
Once it's sports. Yes.
Right. Okay. So P2W, very quickly, are you going to have like brands, P2W balls, P2W shirts, P2W hats? Do I get a nice P2W mug for myself? What's going on? And Carl, of course, you don't want to.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
It is my intention to take it to the extreme.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave that there. So you'll be a little surprised when it comes.
Did I just give you that idea, did I?
Food for thought.
Right. Of course, tonight Dawn is here to talk about a specific event that she's planning very shortly, herself and Stephen Payne, who is her chief organizer. So rather than me stealing the limelight, Dawn, this new event coming up, volleyball, tell us about it.
Beach volleyball is something that is very big around the world. And here in the BVI, we want to be a part of the play. So we have teamed up with the BVI Volleyball Association, and we're going to be having King of the Sand at Lambert Beach, November the 17th. It starts from 8:30 until it's finished.
Question.
Yes.
King of the Sand, and why not Queen of the Sand?
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
December the 16th.
It's Queen
we're
of
going
the
to be
Sand.
doing Queen of the Sand.
Oh.
You can't have the king without the queen.
No.
Just checking.
Well, you can depend to see Carl on the 16th.
December?
Of course.
16th December, you'll see Carl.
I definitely will be there. I will be.
But
in
the
case you guys don't know, I will be there.
I'm just reminding the folks.
The king is the what?
Well, no.
The king is when?
The king is November the 17th.
Right. 17th.
And the queen is?
The queen is December.
So I will be at the queen, of course.
On December the 16th.
Of course, I'll be there.
Yes, that's what we're saying. So Carl will be there on December the 16th.
And Paul will be there on November 17th.
Yes, I'll be there for the king. Right.
Yes, Dawn, go ahead.
So it's very important to keep the ball flying, and that is the motto for the BVI Volleyball Association. So we are endeavoring to make sure we work with them to keep the ball in the air. So we're going to be doing a series of beach volleyball tournaments. We're going to be doing, once again, King of the Sand. It's November the 17th, which will be followed by Queen of the Sand, December 16th. Okay. And in January, we're going to be starting our co-ed, which we're going to have Who Run the Sand. And that is going to be on January the 5th. So there's a number of activities we're going to be having to make sure the ball is always in the air. And we want to make sure that people stay healthy.
No. What does King of the Sand entails? I mean, how does one get involved? You know, what are there cash prizes, or are there, what's up with that?
It's quite simple. It's quite easy. All you need to do is call 494-2071. That's Play to Win, and request a registration form, or you can log on online. If you look at the poster, it has the online registration. Download the flyers. $30 to register. 2 players. You can have up to 3, but you only need 2 players, and the cash prize is a $250 cash prize.
For first prize?
For first prize.
Okay. Any second prize?
No. One prize.
So one prize wins it all?
One prize wins it all.
So for $30?
For $30, you get $250.
Okay. Now, guys, if you're just checking in with us, we're live on air. Numbers to call are 300-1949. If you want to text us, it's 300-1950. We have in the studio the folks on Play to Win, Don Crabb, Herbert, and Mr. Stephen Payne joining us alongside. So if you guys have any questions and you want to call and ask, feel free to call us. Like I said, our numbers are always on the screen.
Right. I'm just actually funny you should say that, because I'm actually speaking online now. We actually have an online page as well. It's jtvlive.net. I think Carlos mentioned, but then you go to live stream, and if you haven't done it before, you just need to quickly sign up. If it may reject your username, try a different one, and you can chat with us live online as well. So that's online, or you can give us a call 300-1949, or send a text 300-1950. We are here live. Any questions, you may not want your voice online. But of course, remember now, if you want to call Play to Win to register for their thing, it's 494, their event, sorry, it's 494-2071. 494-2071. And we're here with one of the organizers this evening, the man who is going to be behind and spearheading the whole structure, how it should be done. He has the background in that, Stephen Payne. Stephen, tell us a bit about how the whole thing is going to be structured. How does it work smoothly, so there's no arguing, no fighting? You know, when you have older folks in there like myself, we just want to win at any cost, and we don't care about the rules. So how do you control people like myself taking part and just want to win?
Okay, well, firstly, our beach tournaments that we will host, we run under the umbrella of the FIVB beach rules. Okay, the volleyball rules are a bit different from the indoor volleyball rules. The game goes to 22. You must win by 2, and you have changes of the court in the process of each set. I think after every 5 points you change sides and that kind of stuff. So it's a very demanding sport, sand, beach volleyball. So players must be in shape. So apart from the rules are a bit different in that in the game, in indoor volleyball, you can volley the ball when it's served.
Right.
In the beach volleyball, you must bump the ball.
You must bump the ball.
Must be bumped.
Oh, so you can't spike.
You can't spike. No, you can't set it. You can't finger it on the first pass.
Well, we can spike it on the first.
No, you can't attack on the first pass either.
So you must bump.
You must pass that ball with a bump on the first
Paul,
pass.
if we're trying to get in shape, you know, it's a little difficult for you to get to the ball.
It also saves you from getting that little shine on your forehead.
That's right. That's right.
And again, with 2 persons per side, there's more coverage, so it's more demanding.
Yes. So it's a bit like what we with
Olympics.
Like the Olympics.
Correct.
See, Carl reads my mind very well. So, and are the rules similar to the Olympic rules, or are we modifying them here in the BV?
No, we're not going to modify them. It's basically the same rules.
Okay, it's the same.
So the court same size.
Same size, 60 by 30.
Okay. So we're basically just moving from inside to outside.
Yeah.
So we're urging folks to begin to register. You need to begin to register straight away. 494-2071 is the number to call. That is Play to Win. And there is, I'm sure, a deadline. The registration fee is $30. When is the deadline?
The deadline is November the 3rd, but we are extending it to next weekend because we had so many requests today to extend it.
Okay.
So we are extending it to next week Saturday to make sure that everybody's comfortable, they get in their registration forms on time, and you don't miss out on this opportunity because it's going to be a very fun field.
So, Carl,
the times of what you said, the start time?
The start time is 8:30.
8:30.
We start 8:30.
Your camera's straight ahead.
So it's 8. So you're getting 8:30 in a hot sun.
8:30.
Any tips on getting in shape, Stephen?
Yeah. I think if you want
Carl,
to
contact
Carl.
Oh, you guys started this beforehand.
He's marketing for me.
Carl, I want to get a shit to play with you.
I know. I want to get a shit to play with you too. But anyhow, Paul and I will have a team. So are we going to be exempt, seeing that we're doing live coverage?
Oh, no.
You sure y'all want to do seniors?
But is that
I'm interested in this.
One open category.
One open category.
One open category.
Oh, there's no seniors.
No seniors.
Okay.
We don't have seniors here.
Are we going to plan on having the seniors at any time?
No.
But Paul, actually, beach volleyball is good for us because we have those bad knees and stuff like that. The sand is not so high on the knees. So try to get in shape.
I also want to point out here too that it is the goal of Play to Win is to support all the federations, the associations, and these tournaments that we're putting on is to try to promote the sport, that we can have athletes who can represent the territory. It isn't just for prize money and for to promote Play to Win itself, but it's also to select players who come through these ranks, who then could be put under the FIVB National Association here and represent the territory in
beach volleyball.
It also means, Dawn, that we could possibly have Olympians going from the Volleyball Association as a two-man volleyball team.
We would hope that would happen from this event.
And we'll have to credit it to Play to Win. So if you want to be part of that, 494-2071 is the number to call. Now, Dawn has a motto, and we want to talk a bit about that motto because the motto says, "On the move for a healthier you." Dawn, tell us about that motto.
I think it basically speaks for itself. We are in a computer era right now where everybody just sits down, texts on the cell phone, Game Boys. And back in the day, we used to find all kind of means and ways to have fun outside.
We did.
These days, the kids don't go outside anymore. Everybody's inside watching TV and not being active. And we have a lot of, you heard the health minister talk about so many cases they're having in the hospital about diabetes, obesity,
yes.
so many people at dialysis. And it's my goal, along with my team, to make sure we reduce the amount of cases the hospital is seeing.
And just in case you didn't know, Paul, I think we were at one time, I don't know if we still are, the highest in obesity in the Caribbean, people per capita.
Yes.
We were ranked number 1.
So
somewhere in that region.
So I think this is a good way, guys. If you want to get in shape, beach volleyball takes a lot out of you. It's just not like a sport, but it's easy on your legs and your knees for those of you who had problems back in those days. Now I think a Masters League would be nice, Don. I'm trying to signal here. I'm hoping that she gets it because Paul and I really wants to play, but I know his limbs are not working too well, so we have to oil.
Listen, let me remind folks that we are here live. If you weren't live, I'll be jumping over the table, then we can edit it out. We aren't. It's 300-1949.
Of course.
Send a text 300-1950. We're also on the World Wide Web, www.jtvlive.net. Go to the live stream, sign in there very quickly, and you can join us we're in the chat room here. Also, you can actually catch us on Facebook as well. We'll give you more information that. But if you go on the Paul and the Ball on Facebook, you can get us there. We're going to link you on through our site as well very shortly. But we're going to bring you through all the different angles. So you can get us on Twitter, you can get us on Facebook, you can get us wherever we can chat with us.
And Skype and Uvu,
but
you name it, we're going to have it.
All in there. But for tonight, give us a shout, 300-1949, or send a text 300-1950, or go to the World Wide Web. We're here with Dawn
Crab Herbert.
I didn't say Dawn Crab Herbert. I don't want Jimmy to get upset. And she's here as the owner-manager of Play to Win, and she's promoting a volleyball tournament on the 17th of November. It's going to be followed by a queen of the court.
The sand.
It was the sand. Yes.
On the 16th of December, which Carl is going to be spearheading. We'll talk about that a little later. But she's here along with Stephen Payne, and Stephen is the main organizer of the whole deal. So Stephen, tell us a bit more what your hopes are for the tournament. What do you see happening? What is the end result of this tournament?
Well, the end result, I should add here that the association just sent off 2 players to St. Lucia last week to participate in the beach tournament. Those 2 players will be also signed up under the umbrella.
What's the name of those players?
That was Cadis Marquis, who also plays on the national team indoor, and Drexel Glasgow.
Is that a co-ed team?
No, that's beach volleyball male. Beach volleyball, just 2 players.
Okay. Quick question here for you, Dawn. Text came in, it says, good evening. How about doing 3 players for the ladies? Not too sure what they mean, but maybe they'll elaborate on that. Let's take this call. Good evening, Sports Desk. Hello, good evening.
Oh.
Good evening.
Is it Kingston?
Yes, it is.
Yes, I was wondering about the volleyball. You said no spinners. So are you discriminating?
That's a good caller, a good question, caller. And actually, the point was made by Mr. Carr. So you could answer, Carla. You discriminated against seniors. I recognize the voice.
No, I'm actually for seniors.
Okay, right.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm almost. Paul is at that age right now, and I'm almost falling. So we want to put on. Seniors are calling. Seniors are calling down. Are you discriminating?
We're not discriminating. And if the needs be, we'll have to get Stephen to make sure he puts
Stephen, is there any leagues that you know of for seniors?
We got other volleyball events that could encompass the seniors.
Okay, all right. Well, tell us a bit about those other events. There's some other events at which we're going to incorporate seniors. Dawn, it's over to you. I'll have a drink of my Gatorade. That cool me off.
My 2013 calendar is a bit lengthy in terms of making sure we always take into consideration all of the population. So we're going to be having, once we're finished with the Who Run the Sand co-ed on January the 5th, we're going to be doing Battle of the Churches in April. We're going to be doing in August, we're going to also do another series. We're going to do one indoor, one outdoor.
Right.
We're going to be doing Battle of the Civil Organizations.
Ooh.
We're going to be doing Battle of the Trust, King of the Sand, again, Queen of the Sand. And it's our intention to take it as far as inter-island and regional beach volleyball. So we have invitations to bring other countries coming into the territory.
But Don, again, we're still not hearing anything for seniors.
Well, the seniors fall into categories. Once you start doing Battle of the Civil, you will have categories. Battle of the Trust, you have categories.
Carlin, catch on to that point.
There you have it, guys. She's trying to include the seniors, but she's doing it a smart way. She just don't want to break us down one time, so she's going to include us with the younger generation. Right, Paul?
Be careful.
What you also got to realize is that for the seniors, if they play a team of 6, it's better for them than playing in a team of 2 or 3.
But would the time, the duration be shorter, or the sets be shorter?
It's still best of 5 or best of 3.
Oh, well, I don't think we can really go that much.
That's why you need one or 2 seniors.
That's why you need more than 2
players.
That's why you need 6. It's best to play with 6.
So we're still playing to 22 points and those kind of stuff. But for seniors, we could do a little modification.
Yeah, you could do modifications. As a matter of fact, we have to do modifications if you're doing the co-ed.
Okay, good.
Right. So
try to think about the seniors.
Domesticate the rules for co-ed.
Let's just remind the folks that we are here live. 300-1949 is the number to call. 300-1950 if you want to send a text. We're here. We'll happily take your calls. And we're here speaking with Dawn Crabb. He is the owner-manager of Play to Win. And we also along with her is the heading the upcoming tournament, which is King of the Sand. This is Stephen Payne. Tell us a bit more about what are your future things. Something you mentioned.
Paul, before she goes into that, I just want to. We have to take a break.
Okay, could I just make one point?
Sure, you can.
Just to remind the folks, don't change the dial, because coming up in our next segment, we're going to have some of the ballers from overseas, including Chino George.
We have the Hoop It Up ballers abroad. Some of the young guys you're going to get a chance to talk to. You're going to hear them actually online. So stick and stay, guys. Just stick in there. We're going to have the young ballers and some of the mature ballers, pro ballers, going to be coming up next. So stick and stay. We're going to finish up with Dawn, and we'll take a break right before we come back to that. Welcome back, guys. Like I said, we just getting into the studio talking with Dawn Crabb, Herbert, and Stephen Payne. They're the folks from Play to Win. They have a lot of stuff that's in store for you. Volleyball-wise, they're talking volleyball. We just was talking about King of the Sand, and we have Queen of the Sand, and we have co-ed and stuff coming up. We have some other tournaments that's coming up. They actually have a calendar of events starting from this month right into next year. And it's keeping the ball in the air.
Keep the ball flying.
Keep the ball flying, and they're working alongside the BVI Volleyball Association or Federation. Association. So we have Stephen Payne in here who will be able to answer some questions about volleyball for us in a later. Dawn, I know you have some other stuff you wanted to share with us.
Well, go ahead. I mean, I know she wants to talk about. And I really want to hear, because you're going to talk about love your body, walk and run. Tell us about it.
Well, in conjunction with BVI Track and Field Association, I'm going to be having a Love Your Body Run Walk. That's going to be on February the 16th, and that is in aid of track and field athletes being able to give back to the community. So we're asking everybody to come out and support the event. We're going to be promoting it starting from mid-November, so you're going to be hearing a lot more about it. We have tagged up with BVI Track and Field Association and also with New Life Baptist Church Foundation. So it's going to be something very big and very exciting, and we're looking forward to.
Well, I mean, it's not directly related to you, but funny you mentioned New Life Baptist Church, because of course on the 17th as well, they're opening their brand new facility,
yes, they are.
indoor facility, which is going to be pretty exciting. I mean, we're going to have to look at, you know, Bishop Klein doesn't drop points.
No, he does not.
So I don't know if you saw him racing on television recently.
And I can add to that too. There's a call online call.
Oh, there is? Okay, we'll take that call. Good evening, sports. Go ahead, please.
Yes, Paul.
Go ahead, yes, sir.
This is Jimmy.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, I'm trying to put Don on the spot because I want to know if it would be a conflict of interest if myself, my son, and another father register, because I think we can win it all.
Well, I actually off the air actually made the comment that I think that it's that you should be allowed to take part, and it's only fair. I'll put this good lady on the spot. There's a gentleman online would like to know if he and his son can take part. Apparently, he's married to you.
You gotta ask you that when we were home.
No, I think he wants an official answer.
I'm here.
I don't think it would be a problem because I have nothing to do with the results. I'm not even going to be near the court when they play.
But let me ask, are you guys going to be playing co-ed?
Tell her I'm going to win my own money.
So there's a conflict of interest.
Well, it sounds good. Also, there's also the father somebody's talking about, but you're not my age group, so you won't be able to play against me. You'll play against some younger guys.
All right, then I was just picking it.
Good, thanks for calling. Good stuff. All right. Good. Well, that's confirmation that the phone works. 300-1949. You may call. I've had one call from my mother and from her husband. So, Stephen, your wife is due to call now.
So that was your mom.
And
I thought it was your mom.
Who for you is going to
Listen, let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Okay.
Let's not go there.
All right.
Because the phone's been ringing off the hook.
This is a live program, by the way, in case you're wondering. We are supposed to be discussing volleyball.
Yes.
But we're not talking about Love Your Body Run. And also, the caller just called in, which happens to be the husband of the organizer here, is speaking about something we just about to start talking about, which is the father and son basketball tournament. So tell us a bit about that. And who is eligible?
Everybody's eligible once you're a father and you have a son. I came up with the idea because...
Is that age the son? Or?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I came up with the idea. Let me tell you how I came up with the idea first. Whenever anything happens in the BVI, it's always the mothers.
Yes.
The Father's Day comes and goes, and
yes.
it's
Mother
very
and daughter
downplayed.
show, or Queen
nothing
shows.
happens, and we have some very good fathers out there that go above and beyond. And I think it's about time we start giving those fathers credit for doing a very good job. So it's our intention at P2W, Plato in Sports Store, to recognize those fathers. What we're going to be doing is the event is going to be July the 21st to the 23rd.
July.
We're going to start it off by having a banquet for the fathers.
Wow.
The fathers are going to be honored. There will be a special father that will be honored.
Wow.
Coming up, you're going to be hearing in the media, I'm going to be asking you to sending suggestions, and there's going to be criteria on a father you think that is deemed worthy of being honored.
Okay.
That father is going to receive the prize, and that's on the Friday. On the Saturday and the Sunday, we're going to have a father and son basketball tournament where we have 3 categories. The son has to be under 10, 11 to 14, and 15 plus. From those 3 categories, we're going to have different prizes for the winner. And it's going to be a very good event.
Right.
So far, I have some sponsors, some brand sponsors that have tagged on to the event because they like the idea that we are taking the initiative to honor the fathers. And publicly, I'd like to say 2 of my sponsors so far are Reebok and the Molten.
Right.
So those are some of the things that I am trying to do to make sure that we honor our fathers.
No, I just saw a conflict of interest here on this, and I want to. What about players who have played, semi-pro ball before, or somewhere to that level, played a high level of sport, and their sons have also played a high level of sport? Would they also be allowed to take part in the tournament?
Once you're a father and a son,
You win.
Once you are a
Paul, are you
father
referring to
and
me?
a son-
No, I'm actually going to keep it in Malone, actually. Well, no, you know you should say it.
That's a good one.
You
That's a
are
good
a
one.
father and a son. What we're going to do, because we feel that it's going to be a very big event, we're going to have eliminations.
Right.
Where we're catering for 36 teams.
Oh, that's a lot.
36 teams in 2 days a weekend. So on January, what we're going to do is we're going to have an elimination for persons who feel that they are capable of winning. You come out and you try out, and we'll move on to the tournament, which will be June the 21st to the 23rd. And that is the father and son basketball.
Okay, great. Just to remind you, we're live here, 300-1949, 300-1950. We're here with Dawn Herbert, who is the owner of Play to Win, along with Stephen Payne, who holds many hats in the Volleyball Association. He's managed, coached the team. He's now head coach of the ladies volleyball national team, and they're planning a few functions on the 17th of November. There is the King of the Sand. The 16th of December is the Queen of the Sand. Then they shoot to February. Get the dates right. February the 16th is Love Your Body Walk, and then we're shooting to July the 21st for the father and son basketball. June. I said July. June the 21st, where of course potentially we could see Jimmy Herbert and his son winning that tournament there. That should be interesting as the father and son. But of course, Keith Malone was going to be there with his son, of course, Carlos Gatliff also. And we're going to have criteria where certain they may have to be shooting with their left hand because they're so good. We're going to work on those minor points later on.
Anyway, Paul, I think we're getting on to
crunch time.
Yes, crunch time. So, Dawn, any last words, and Steve, any last words?
Yes, I would like to once again invite one and all to come out to our very first beach volleyball tournament, which will be held at Lambert Beach Resort November the 17th. We're inviting you to come. Register today at Play to Win. The number is 494-2071. It's $30 registration, $250 cash prize. And lastly, I'd like to thank Miss Sabrina Clement and Mr. Roy Barry and their team at the BVI Volleyball Association for allowing us to work with them to keep the ball flying.
And in closing, the pre-party on the 16th. All teams that are registered must show up that night, so we can do some publicity, do some bragging and trash talk, that kind of stuff to hype the event up for the following morning.
But you guys can always come back
on. That's going to say anything. I could the Thursday before that, we can probably, most definitely put you on for 15, 20 minutes, half an hour.
You can bring some of those guys who are ready to play, like Paul and myself, and we can have some bragging rights.
Well, they already have players here.
That's what I'm talking about, you know. But guys, like I said, it's nice that you guys could come on and Dawn, I know you're always optimistic when it comes to these kind of stuff. You know, I know you want to see this community fit and ready. You started with volleyball, so I'm hoping to see you and some of the other sports, like you said. I know you got some sponsors behind your back, so we'll look forward to seeing some more of you in our studios talking about those other sports.
And can I just say, I would expect to see Eastern having a lot of things happening now. I noticed that your grounds opened last week Thursday, and so you have lots more facilities now. So I expect a lot of things to be happening in the Eastern area.
In very due time.
You get to ask me anything.
Very due time.
No, but Paul, I was actually supposed to ask
Steve, yes,
my good brother Steve. So
you have more time?
We're gonna save that for another show because it's gonna take us some time.
When he comes back for
the bragging thing.
Okay. All right.
And I'm hoping that he gets himself composed because he might be getting some low blows.
Yes.
I'm ready.
So we're going to take a pause for a cause. Let's thank our sponsors. We have Play to Win here.
Yes.
We have Digicel, Motor Wholesale for Gatorade, and of course Speedies to get me across to VG Massive Summer Jam, and the playoffs are right around the corner. So stick and stay.
And guys, don't forget, once we get back, we'll have those ballers abroad online, so you guys could get a chance to let them. They're going to be getting a chance to tell you what's going on in their neck of the woods. So stick and stay. We'll be right back after a word from these sponsors.